The November 10th episode of SmackDown was a great show, even though the two male singles champions wasn't seen on the show. That being Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion, and Logan Paul, the United States champion. But finally, the unthinkable happened as Santos Escobar turned his back on the entire LWO and Rey Mysterio. Since last night, Santos Escobar got the entire wrestling world and every WWE fan talking about his actions on SmackDown and his attack on Rey Mysterio in the opening segment of the show. But why did Santos Escobar actually attack Rey Mysterio? Before we go further, make sure you guys click that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all my latest videos. SmackDown had a lot of shocking twists and turns, from Rey Mysterio getting betrayed to Asuka joining Damage Control with Kairi Sane. Just like I said in the intro, even though Roman Reigns, and technically the entirety of the Bloodline, was absent on this episode of SmackDown, the show did not disappoint because it got to make up with all these shocking twists and turns. So let's talk about why Santos Escobar turned on Rey Mysterio. Firstly, SmackDown kicked off with Kevin Owens joining the announce team after Corey Graves took a day off due to his real-life partner, Carmella, giving birth to Corey Graves' son on Wednesday, the 8th of November. Following the entrance of Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio made his way to the ring alongside the entire Latino World Order except Carlito. Carlito was announced to have a match with Bobby Lashley on this episode of SmackDown, but that's actually not the reason why he's not walking to the ring with the LWO. In the ring, Mysterio discussed losing his United States Championship to Logan Paul at Crown Jewel and further talked about how Logan Paul cheated his way into winning the championship title. After minutes of blaming Logan Paul, Carlito interrupted Mysterio's promo and made his way to the ring filled with anger. Carlito started speaking and told Mysterio that he's blaming the wrong person. Carlito continued and said the only person Rey Mysterio should blame is Santos Escobar, the person who left the brass knuckles that Logan Paul used to defeat Rey Mysterio on the apron. After Escobar had been accused by Carlito, he started to panic and confront Carlito. But was Carlito telling the truth? Because what occurred after that shocked the entire world. After the scuffle between Escobar and Carlito, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits made their way to the ring for a match with Carlito. Before the match started, Escobar felt offended and left the ring and went backstage through the crowd with Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega following him. After a few commercial breaks, Carlito lost his match against Bobby Lashley with the help of the Street Profits. But this is when the segment started heating up. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits started a post-match attack on Carlito, which brought Santos Escobar back to the ring, but instead of helping Carlito, Escobar would stay there and just watch the beating take place. This was until Rey Mysterio made an appearance and helped Carlito fend off against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Rey Mysterio started having a crisis after seeing Santos Escobar and Carlito not get along and in the heat of the moment shoved Escobar out of the way. Escobar, with feelings of neglect, shockingly attacked Rey Mysterio from behind. Rey would snap back with slaps and shoves to the face of Escobar as Escobar would stunningly find his way to the apron. Rey Mysterio would feel a bit of guilt and start to comfort Escobar, but that's when this entire situation quickly got out of hand. In the most surprising twist ever, Santos Escobar actually brutally attacked Rey Mysterio and pushed him into the ring post while they were on the apron. With that, Rey Mysterio would fall down, but one leg of his would be stuck and cramped into the stairs and the apron. Escobar would finish off the assault with a dropkick to the stairs, possibly breaking the leg of Rey Mysterio. So the question everyone wants answered. Why did Escobar do this? Why did Santos Escobar attack his mentor and his father figure? In one of my last videos, I mentioned that Santos Escobar was jealous of Rey Mysterio and wanted the United States Championship. And this technically is the case. If we look back at the previous episodes of SmackDown and the journey of Rey Mysterio winning the United States Championship, you'll come to find out that there's no journey at all. The person who was supposed to wrestle Austin Theory for the United States Championship in the first place was Santos Escobar, but with the sneak attack and the injury, Santos wasn't able to compete in that title match. With this, Rey Mysterio took it upon himself and stole the championship opportunity from Santos Escobar to defeat Austin Theory for the title. And later down the line, we could slowly see that Santos Escobar was actually growing more distant from Rey Mysterio. For example, on the September 29th episode of SmackDown, Santos Escobar went one-on-one against Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship after Escobar had challenged him for the title a week earlier. While Escobar did this against Rey Mysterio, still filled with loyalty and friendship, he was actually planning to turn on Rey since then. He might not have had the guts to actually betray him yet, but it is revealed now that Escobar has been holding onto this for quite some time now. And with Carlito's involvement into the storyline, with him calling out Santos Escobar for what he actually did at Crown Jewel and exposing, it looks like Escobar finally snapped at Rey Mysterio. In a backstage segment, Escobar was seen leaving the SmackDown arena, and when asked about what he had done to Rey Mysterio, he replied with Rey Mysterio had it coming. This implies that Santos Escobar really has been planning this betrayal for a long time and has been looking for the perfect time to stick it to Rey. So what does this mean for the future of the LWO? Will we see a match between Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar at Survivor Series? Well, early rumors have come up for Survivor Series, and it looks like we might get a triple threat match between Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio, and Santos Escobar for the United States Championship at Survivor Series. This would definitely heat up the Escobar and Mysterio rivalry even more before they eventually clash one-on-one, possibly in a different sort of setting that showcases their history. Later on SmackDown, we also saw Kevin Owens getting suspended. When Kevin Owens was scheduled to be on commentary by Nick Aldis, he was given one rule, and that one rule was that he could not physically attack anyone while he was on commentary. Throughout the show, Owens kept that rule in mind and kept to that rule. That was until Grayson Waller and Austin Theory came along and spoiled the mood for Kevin Owens. While on commentary, Owens was getting bullied by both Waller and Theory. He had shoves given to him and was then drenched in water. Kevin Owens managed to keep his cool, but funnily enough, what pissed him off was that Waller threw an empty bottle at Kevin Patrick and Michael Cole. Following that, Owens quickly ran over to both Waller and Theory, dragged them both in the ring, but only attacked Grayson Waller with a stunner as Theory escaped. With that being done, Kevin Owens left the commentary team for the night, and in an exclusive WWE backstage interview, we saw him get suspended by SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. Recent rumors have come up that Kevin Owens might turn up on Raw and join Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins to up against the Judgment Day at Survivor Series in the War Games match. Which is probably the reason why Kevin Owens got suspended, since WWE would want him to go back to Monday Night Raw to only build up this one match.